Welcome to Mount Rigi, Queen of the Mountains. If you are looking for that classic Swiss alpine experience, you will definitely find it here. Stunning views of the lakes and mountains surrounding Lucerne, green cow pastures, wildflower-covered hills, and plenty of walks or hikes that can be enjoyed by any traveler. Today we're going to show you everything to do at the top here of Rigi Kulm. We'll take you along on some of the most popular hikes. Then we're going to explore Rigi Kaltbad. And of course, we're going to tell you how to get up here, plus which tickets and passes are best as well. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We're already up here, so let's go show you the views.
Rigi is one of the lower peaks near Lucerne at just under 1,800 meters. From the Rigi Kulm station, there's a short paved path past the hotel. Then the trail splits, and you can take either option. The left is steeper but shorter, and the right is easier and better for strollers or those with limited mobility. You'll know when you reach the top because look at these views! You can see a grand total of 620 mountain peaks and 13 different lakes. In particular, we can spy the city of Lucerne, Vierwaldstättersee, also known as Lake Lucerne, Pilatus, and our hometown mountains of the Eiger, Monch, and Jungfrau. Obviously, the reason to walk up to this point is for the views, so take plenty of time to look in every direction. There is a tower here you can walk up, but you can honestly only go up like a level or two, and it doesn't necessarily give you any better views, but you're here, so you might as well check it out. Before you head somewhere else on the mountain, here are a few more things you can do at Rigi Kulm.
First is the mountain chapel, appropriately named Queen of the Mountains. It's a beautiful stone building on the outside, but unfortunately it's been locked every time we come, so we can't see what the inside looks like. Next is the hotel with a self-service restaurant and a giant panoramic terrace. Now, we don't normally recommend that you eat at the top for a variety of reasons, usually because there are just better restaurants elsewhere. But if you are hungry, you can grab a quick snack here or from the bistro or the kiosk at the train station. And by the way, normally there would be people eating here, but we came up first thing in the morning, so it's not even open yet.
Better yet, Kessiboden is just a short walk from here. Bring your cash and an appetite for authentic Swiss fondue in a super neat location. Or hike 20 minutes to the Holz Cheese Dairy. They produce 12,000 kilograms of 15 different types of cheeses every single summer, and you can even take tours here. But they also have a self-service restaurant if all you want to do is taste a few cheeses like I did. And that's pretty much the gist of everything you can do here at the top station of Rigi Kulm. Although you can, of course, do more at the lower stations, which we're going to show you later, so don't worry. But first, let's talk about how to get up here.
Did you know that the Rigi Bahn is the oldest mountain railway in Europe? Or that there are 9 different trains and cable cars to reach Mount Rigi? Cool, but confusing, right? Here's what you need to know.
There are really 3 main ways to reach Rigi. A 45-minute cogwheel train from aarth-goldau, which runs all year long, a 30-minute cogwheel train from Vitznau, which also runs all year long, or a cable car from Vegas to Rigi Kaltbad, and then a cogwheel train from Kaltbad to Rigi Kulm, which takes a total of 35 minutes. But note that there are usually a couple weeks in the spring and fall when the cable car is closed during the week for maintenance, although it is open on weekends all year long.
By the way, Mount Rigi is a great day trip from Lucerne. You can follow our one-day city guide to explore the town and then come here on your next day. So if you're coming to Mount Rigi from Lucerne, you have 3 solid options. You can take a direct train from Lucerne Bahnhof to aarth-goldau and then the cogwheel up to Rigi Kulm, which takes around an hour and 30 minutes. Or you can ride a boat or a combination of train and bus from Luzern to Vitznau, and then the cogwheel up to Rigi, which takes between an hour and 40 minutes and 2 hours. And you can even travel by boat or bus to Vegas, but note that you have to walk 15 minutes uphill to the cable car station that goes up to Rigi. This also takes just under 2 hours total.
And Rigi can also make a great day trip from Zurich. From the Zurich main station, you could be standing on top of Mount Rigi in just under an hour and a half. But in this case, you probably want to take the most convenient route, which makes one connection in aarth-goldau. It's also good to know that the Rigi transportation lines are accessible to everyone, including travelers with strollers or a wheelchair. We get asked these questions a whole lot, and since we don't travel with a stroller or a wheelchair, we aren't the best source of information. But the Rigi website has a list of barrier-free routes, or they invite you to contact any of their staff for assistance. By the way, our favorite tip is to take the 8:15 train up here from Vitznau so you can arrive before all these people.
From the top, you can either take the train down to our next stop of Rigi Kaltbad, or you can hike there, which is what we're doing. As you probably know, Brett is a huge nerd for all things Swiss train passes and tickets, and I'm a huge nerd for fun facts. So here's your fascinating fact of the day. There are more than 120 kilometers of hiking trails on Mount Rigi alone, and I love how accessible they are for all kinds of travelers, from paved paths to all ability levels of hiking trails too. If you're having trouble narrowing down the options, here are 3 summer hikes to consider. First is the classic Rigi hike. If you want minimum effort with maximum views, pick this trail. It starts from Rigi Kulm and gently descends for an hour and 10 minutes until you end in Rigi Kaltbad. Along the way, you'll have epic views, especially from the Kensali Lookout, which is particularly nice at sunset. And look, if England's Queen Victoria could do this walk way back in 1868, then we think you can do it too. Next is the Rotstakweg. Walk from Rigi Kulm to Rigi Staffel along the same trail as the Rigi Classic hike, then follow signs to the Rotstak viewpoint. This is where the Rigi weather camera is, which means it has 360-degree views of lakes and mountains that are honestly just as good, if not even better, than what you can see from Rigi Kulm.
These views speak for themselves, and if you could do only one hike, we think it should be this one.
After about an hour of mostly downhill hiking from Rigi Kulm, you're at Rigi First, which is less than 20 minutes from the Rigi Klosterlied or Rigi Kaltbad train stations. Or you can even continue your hike by linking up to the next trail on our list. The last hike is the Rigi Panorama. It winds from Rigi Kaltbad to Rigi Scheidig along an old train line, across a historic railway bridge, through a tunnel, and past an old water station for the steam trains. It's 6.4 kilometers long and takes right around 2 hours. And once you've finished in Rigi Scheidig, you can ride a cable car and the cogwheel train back down to aarth-goldau.
We made it to Rigi Kaltbad, and if you're anything like us, you're probably a little bit hungry, so thankfully there are a few restaurants here for you to choose from. Regina Montium looks to be the best spot for foodies since it's won multiple awards for its 5-course and 9-course menus made exclusively with Swiss ingredients. There's the Grotop Stübli restaurant just up the hill, which is our first choice. There are 3 restaurants at Hotel Rigi Kaltbad, ranging from homemade cakes to Swiss specialties to fine dining. And the spa has a small bistro with great snacks and small plates as well. Speaking of the spa, that's where we're headed next.
First things first, Kaltbad literally translates to cold bath. That's because 600 years ago, people used to take pilgrimages here to bathe in the cold water for its healing properties. But don't worry, today you don't have to take a cold plunge. The Rigi Kaltbad Spa transports water from the Three Sisters Spring and sustainably heats it to a perfectly warm 35 degrees. You can relax in the various areas of the indoor pool, like the whirlpool or the bubble loungers, while gazing out the massive windows at the mountains. Or just pop outside to swim in the outdoor pool for an even better view. Beyond just the thermal baths, the Rigi Kaltbad Spa has a full range of services like massages, steam rooms, hot tubs, and relaxation areas. By the way, we actually went in the spa, but you're not allowed to bring in any phones or cameras, which is why we have no real footage to show you, but trust us, it is totally worth it. In addition to the spa, there's a flower garden, a super cute chapel, and also one of the origins of a spring. There's a mini golf course, the Rigi Land Nature Playground with a bunch of picnic tables, and even the Rigi Dorfladen. I expected to see some self-service farm fridges up here, but I did not expect to find a full-blown grocery store. There's everything you can need up here for an awesome picnic or even some Swiss products to take home with you. Speaking of going home, let's talk about tickets and passes.
The standard round-trip ticket costs 78 francs, and that's the same price whether you travel from Witznau or aarth-goldau, or even if you go up one way and down the other. But there's absolutely no reason for you to pay full price. How about I give you the scoop while showing you some views from the ride? You get a 20% discount if you're an overnight guest in Lucerne or one of the nearby towns and have their guest card. And travelers with a half fare card, Eurail and Interrail passes pay half price, as well as guests staying overnight on Mount Rigi. But keep in mind, these discounts cannot be combined. But if you want an even better deal, you can travel to Rigi for completely free using the Swiss Travel Pass, SBB Day Pass, or Saver Day Pass. or by using the Telpass, which covers nearly every boat, train, bus, cable car, and gondola through a large portion of central Switzerland. In fact, that's what we're traveling with right now. In addition, kids under 16 travel for free on Mount Rigi railways as long as they're accompanied by an adult. Otherwise, they pay half price. And dogs can travel for free too. But if you aren't traveling with one of the passes that 100% covers a trip to Rigi, we highly recommend the Rigi day or multi-day ticket for anywhere from 1 to 10 consecutive days. It gives you unlimited travel on the cogwheel trains from Fitznau or aarth-goldau to Rigi Kulm, as well as the cable cars between Vegas and Rigi Kaltbad or Krebel and Rigi Scheidegg. The one-day ticket costs the exact same amount as a round-trip ticket, and all of the discounts we mentioned earlier for ticket prices are valid for this too. And note that while there are still 5 other cable cars on Mount Rigi, they each have their own rules and discounts available, which is just way too much detail to share in one video. But you can find all of the necessary info on the Mount Rigi website. Since lots of you are probably planning to ride the boat from Lucerne to Vegas or Fitznau, there is a single ticket that combines a Rigi day ticket with a one-way or round-trip boat ride. But frankly, it costs exactly the same as what you'd pay for both of those individually. So unless you just really want the most convenient option and you know for sure you'll stick to your plans, you might as well just buy these separately when needed.
I know this is a lot of information, but we have 3 more nuggets to share with you that will hopefully make your trip planning a little bit easier. The first is that buying 2 one-way tickets is about 25% more expensive than buying a round-trip ticket. So unless you're planning to hike all the way up or all the way down, a round-trip ticket just makes more sense. And in fact, the Rigi day ticket is the same price as a round-trip ticket, so you're better off just buying the Rigi day ticket and giving yourself even more flexibility. Second, bikes cannot be transported on any of the main cogwheel trains or cable cars that we've mentioned. So if you want to do any biking, you'll need to look into the 2 cable cars, one on either side of the mountain, that will transport your bike for you for a small fee. And third, if you want to combine your trip to Rigi with the Rigi Kaltbad spa that we mentioned, you can get a combo Rigi Railways day ticket and mineral spa entry for just 88 francs full price or 70 francs with a half fare card, saving you 10 to 31 francs. And if you can't tell, a visit to Rigi makes a great day trip from Lucerne. So check out our one-day city guide to Lucerne or watch this next for more information, and we'll see you in Switzerland.